Hello, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing fine. All right. Why should I not talk against any man of God? Why should I keep quiet? Why must I not talk against any man of God? Okay, I've got something to show you in the Bible. In Numbers chapter 12, verse 1. Numbers chapter 12, verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, and for he had married an Ethiopian woman, which actually looked like a sin to them, because this Ethiopian woman was an idolater, someone that worshiped an idol. She brought in idols when Moses married her, and the children of Israel were kind of, they were kind of deceived, and they were converted to worshipping her idols. So now Miriam, the sister of Aaron, and Aaron, the priest of the Lord, stood up against Moses. And even to me, what Moses did was actually wrong. It was wrong. If he is going to marry, he should marry from, you know, the chosen people of God. He shouldn't go against. All right. So I can say that what Miriam and Aaron did was the right thing, because they were kind of, on the side of the children of Israel. This woman you married is a wrong woman to marry. Is a wrong woman to marry, according to these days. So Miriam and Aaron actually spoke against Moses, according to verse 1. Verse 2, and they said, hath the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. So God heard when they said, is it only Moses God is using? I mean, God should use us as well. Why must we be listening to Moses every time? You can see even the Moses we are to be listening to is now misbehaving, marrying from outsiders, marrying outsiders, idolaters, and bringing them into the chosen people of the Lord. Then verse 3, now the man Moses was very meek above all men which were upon the face of the earth. Moses was meek, and the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses and Aaron. This is verse 4. And unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both came out. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I the Lord will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. This is God talking. Then verse 7, my servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house. Now God said, Moses, this Moses you're talking against is a very faithful person to me. It's not like how you people described him, just because he married a wrong woman. Then verse 8, with him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in a dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? This is where I'm going to. Now God said, Moses is the man I'm using. Moses is the man I'm speaking to. I can speak to mouth to mouth. Then he said, why? So you guys are not afraid to speak against the person I use? Even though the person God was using did a wrong thing, I'll still say something. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous immediately. So we can say that actually the leprosy was a punishment to what she did, talking against the man of God, talking against the prophet of the Lord. Why was Aaron not a victim of this punishment? It was because Aaron was actually a priest as well. Yeah. So I can see two kinds of people here. Two kinds of people: priesthood and followers. Miriam was a follower to Moses and Aaron. Aaron was a priest as well. So that was why Aaron wasn't punished. But don't forget, the day Aaron puts off the ephod, he died immediately. So I can actually tell you that it was actually the effort that was, retaining the punishment. So as you're looking at me or watching this video now, if a pastor can talk against another pastor and you are not yet a pastor, it will be wrong of you to join the pastor to talk against the pastor. No, it is very wrong. When the punishment comes down, it may not come to the pastor but to you. Why? Let me tell you this. A pastor talking against another pastor has the capacity, has the authority to correct. You don't have any authority, you don't have any rights. Now if you join the pastor to talk against the pastor, then the punishment may not come on the pastor immediately, but the punishment will come on you immediately. So you've seen how or why you should not talk against men of God, prophets used of God. Don't talk against them. Don't say what this person did is wrong. No. Even though what Moses did was wrong, and I can say Miriam were right, or Miriam and Aaron, they were right. But even though what Moses did was wrong, God was still on his side. Why? Because God only found Moses as the most faithful among every one of them. So you watching this video now, please and please don't involve yourself in a blasphemy or a critique against any man of God. Don't do that. It is wrong. The punishment is very, very bad. The punishment is bad. So please and please don't talk against them. Even the fact that you want to correct a man doesn't mean you just turn your correction into blasphemy. No. So I can say this as my last statement now. What you call wrong may not be wrong to God, and what you call right may not be right to God. So until God says this is wrong, that is when you know it is wrong. Until God says this is right, that is when you know it is right. Thank you for watching this video. I believe you've learned something now. So please don't talk against any man of God. Thank you.